so glad that you could join me today. I just thought maybe I'd hop on here this Saturday afternoon and demonstrate this last art gallery card I have. It's been a really blah day here. It's cloudy and it's cold. So it's a perfect day for sitting in the stamper room and stamping. If you're here, if you go ahead and comment, then I can know that some people are here and I could start the demonstration. I just can't believe how beautiful the Art Gallery DSP is. It just has so many beautiful sheets of paper in there. So I thought I would make one using this sheet today. So we're going to start out with our card base, which is Mary Mallow. I think that's how you say the name. It's one of our neutral colors. And we're going to fold our card base in half. So there, we can set that aside. Then the next thing we're going to do is to take our basic white. This is what I use whenever I have one of the photopolymer stamp sets that's clear, just to give it a little bit of cushion. When I stamp, it's like 2 pieces of fun foam or 3 pieces, and they were self-adhesive, so I stuck them all together to make this little mat. It just gives you a little bit of, I don't know, support, I guess I would say, when you stamp. I think it makes a prettier stamped image. So we're going to start out, this is a 2-step stamping stamp. So I'm going to recommend that we start out, it's easier to me to start out stamping the stem and the leaves so I can know where to place the flower than the other way around. It might be different for you, but for me that's how it goes. So I'm going to open up my Mossy Meadow. I'm going to put my leaves and stem on my block. I've got my foam underneath, so I should be good to go. So I just want to kind of angle the flower a little. There we go. Okay, so that'll kind of give us a base of where we can stamp the flower. Now how I got this flower is, let me close my Mossy Meadow. Is first I took the most solid stamp, which is this one, and I inked it with Mary Mallow, and then I stamped off, but I put my foam underneath my grid paper here just so I can get a good stamp off. So I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to look at it. It looks pretty good there, and I'm going to stamp off. There we go. That will just give me a little bit lighter for this first layer of the flower. Then I'm going to line it up with my stem. And I'm going to stamp. There we go. That turned out pretty good. I might be off a little bit on the stem. Then I'm going to take the next part, which is this part that has a big hole here in the middle. And what I like to do is I like to line it up where I think it looks the best here, which is going to be kind of hard when I can't look at it from above because I don't think you probably want to see the top of my head. So we'll say that that looks pretty good there. I'm going to put it back on my block. I'm going to ink it up with the same color, only this time I'm not going to stamp off. And then I'm going to, I try to line up this one and this one. Those are my two main ones that I look at. And there we go. So, that looks pretty good there. So we have this middle piece finished. Now we're going to work on the thank you part at the bottom. Yeah, happy birthday. Sorry, I forgot what I put on this one. So I just needed a piece of scrap paper. And I'm going to use the Mary Mallow again. And I'm going to have happy birthday on my block this time. And I'm going to stamp it. There we go. Then I'm going to get out my mini Stamp and Emboss cut machine and put it up here. Move this first so I don't mess it up. And I'm going to line up my framelit here right around the happy birthday. And when I get it where I like it, I'm going to use a Post-it note to hold it in place. Lots of times I use my washi tape, but today I'm using a Post-it note. And so I'm just going to carefully put it there. That way that just kind of holds it in place for me. Because sometimes when I go to put on the top layer, I mess it up a little bit and then it's crooked. So see how good I can do with a Post-it note. Oh, pretty good there. So, now when I made this card, I thought that this white on white does not pop off very well. So what I did was I took it and just the edges, I did them on my stamp pad like this. So you can see you just pick up a little bit of ink on the edge like that. And then that'll just kind of make it look like it's layered on something, and it'll pop off better against the basic white of the piece with the flower on there. And you try to be very careful not to drop the whole thing on your ink pad, because then you have to start over. So I think I got that pretty good. Just, you know, you just want a little, just something to help it pop up. So now I have the mini dimensionals here. And I'm going to put one on each side. I hope you all are having a good day today. My puppy Herbie and I are just kind of hanging out. It would help if I changed it to the paper piercing end. I can get these papers off here. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick this right side up down here at the bottom. Now I wanted to, as I said before, I've been trying to use my ribbon in my embellishments, because when I was going through my craft things, I just have so much ribbon and embellishments that I never use. So I'm really trying every time now to put ribbon or embellishments on every card that I make. So these are our Gilded Gems, and they just give it a little bling on there. So I'm going to switch this back to my spatula side. And I'm just going to take, I always do them in odd. So see, I have a little dot of ink there. Now it's gone. I use them lots of times to hide little mistakes like that. And like I said, I try to use odd numbers because when my mom was teaching me crafts when I was younger, she always used to say odd. It's better to have odd numbers on things. I have no reason besides that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal here and I'm going to run a line this way. Actually, sometimes it's easier to put your gilded gems on after you put up on your Stampin' Seal, but I did not. So then I have some fine art ribbon here. So I'm going to take two 3-inch pieces, or approximately 3-inch pieces, and I'm going to show you how I put them there in the back. Now you could use a bigger piece and use one piece, but I decided two 3-inch pieces were easier for me to work with. So I'm just going to fold it over like this to kind of make like a folded ribbon. And I'm going to put one at the top. Then I'm going to fold this one over. And put one at the bottom. Maybe. There we go. I guess maybe I need to put the DSP, the Designer Series paper, layer onto my card base first. So let's do that. This new adhesive just rolls so smoothly. Well, I said that and then it doesn't want to roll, but it does. And I don't really know if there's an up or down place of this because they're all kind of going different ways. So I'm just going to say this way looks the best to me, and I'm going to put it on here. Then I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to lay it on the top. Voila! A card. Now, I also want to show you what I do for the inside. So here's the inside of my card. And what I'm going to do is I just cut, this is like maybe a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to put it across the bottom. You just kind of want to tie your inside to your outside. That just kind of gives it a finished look, I think. Sometimes I stamp the same image on the corner. But this flower is kind of big to stamp in the corner, so then I just use the matching DSP. Put some Stampin' Seal here. And there we go. Another art gallery card all finished. This is really a set that I think you need to get because it's just so versatile. And I also wanted to remind everybody the month of January, when you spend $50 before shipping and handling and tax, you get to pick a free item out of our celebration catalog. And if you use this host code right here, I will send you a mystery box worth $50 of retired items. Believe me, I have a lot of retired items, so it was lots of fun. Some people have already gotten their box and they're really happy with them. Please share my video with all your friends, and I will see you again tomorrow with a new card. Bye.